Hello everyone. I've got a shorter video for you today, but I wanted to share a resource that I just found in helping you to practice your rhythms. The website is called rhythmrandomizer.com. I don't know who runs it, and so if you find a way to support them, please let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to pin it so that we can support this awesome resource. So for today, I thought I'd have a short video just running through how to use the website and the different settings and what they mean. So in the top left-hand corner of the website, there's the settings wheel, and when I click on it, I have a couple of different headings. The first and most important one to look at is the note selection. It groups them into different kinds of notes, and I'll scroll down a little bit so you can see all of them. And it's pretty intense. There are a lot of different kinds of rhythms that this website allows. I would obviously start with the very simple ones until you're feeling comfortable and confident with those, and then maybe just add one more new kind of rhythm at a time. It also includes some rests, some offbeat patterns, dotted notes, triplets. There's a lot here to work with. So that's the first thing. Under note selection, I'd start with the basic ones and slowly add more rhythms as you're feeling more comfortable and confident. The next is time signature selection. Again, a very robust website. It has a lot to work with here. I would start with either 4/4 or 3/4, and again, get comfortable and confident there, and then move on to some of the other time signatures. If you're working on a piece of music that's in a certain time signature, maybe choose that one. Say you're working on a piece like Mission Impossible or Take 5 that's in 5/4. Maybe choose this one in particular so you can practice reading rhythms in that time signature. But to start, I would use 4/4 or 3/4. Next is measure count. This simply will be how many measures the website will generate for you. I'd probably do 2 or 4. 1 is too few to work with, and 8 might be too many. But nonetheless, as you can see, it will generate 8 measures using the time signatures and rhythms that you've chosen. Again, I'd recommend 2 or 4 to start with, but you're welcome to do whatever suits your needs. And finally, there are the playback settings. Some of these look a little bit intense, but starting from the top, the tempo setting is just how fast the metronome or the beat of the song is. Again, you could adjust this to the speed of a song that you're working on, or just start off really nice and slow. I have it set to 60, which would be 1 beat a second. Next is pitch settings. This is the pitch that will be played by the program itself when it plays the rhythm for you. If you want to try and play along, you could set this to a specific note. I set it to E so that I could play it with my beginning guitarists and they could just use the first string. But whatever note works for you, whether you're singing or playing an instrument, would be just fine. Under metronome settings, I would click play metronome during playback, as that will play the metronome as it plays the rhythm as well. The start of measure click means that the first click of the metronome at the beginning of the measures will be a higher pitch. I've left subdivision click off for me personally, but what it does is that it will click the eighth notes. So instead of just hitting the downbeats on the numbers, it will also do the ands as well. Then you can choose a count off click of how many measures of just the metronome you'll hear before it starts playing the rhythm. So once you choose all the settings that you'd like, it will generate according to what you've chosen. So right now I've chosen 3/4 and only quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes. So I can click new rhythm and it will continue to generate new rhythms that use those selected rhythms and parameters. Now obviously a half or a whole note won't fit into 3/4 because that would be 4 beats. When I click start playback, it will give me 1 measure of counting because that's what I've chosen over here, and then it will both keep the metronome playing and play the rhythm for me. So here's what that would sound like. So you can hear both the metronome and the rhythm, which is really, really great for being able to practice at home, especially if you aren't somebody who is comfortable or confident or have not practiced rhythms much scholastically or even with somebody else. It can be a great way to check yourself. If you just want the practice of trying to play the rhythm along to the metronome, you can also have it just play the metronome. Remember that the higher pitched click is always going to be the beginning of your measures. So this is a fantastic website to just use to practice your rhythms. If you've got any questions about how to use it, feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I'm happy to try and answer whatever I can. Like I said, a short video today, but I wanted to share this amazing resource. So as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'm happy to work with you to build your skills from the ground up.